fuck yes. Oh my God, this is so fucking special. And honestly, this is special not just because you're just amazingly beautiful and amazingly photogenic, right? And just an amazing person. But we've known each other for a while, but this is like the actual first time we were like, shot. You know what I mean? Not like the whole shebang.
Completed, exactly.
And all the stuff, right? So this is pretty fucking cool, right? So for those of you who don't know, this is the absolutely amazing Mocha Menage. But we want to get to know you a little bit better. So like a couple of questions to kind of start things off. Let's start with the usual one. How did you first get into the business? This is actually an interesting story, actually.
Well, it's the typical casting couch kind of thing. I was approached in a strip club at 18. Right.
Yeah.
Doing my thing on stage.
Okay.
Guy approached me like, hey, I'm based out of Atlanta. You should come down. And I'm like, okay, cool. You got a business card? He was like, no. I'm like, you got a website, anything I can Google? No. And I'm like, all right. So now you got my wheels spinning. Let me go ahead and see how I can really get into the industry.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, you're actually one of the smart cookies. That's one reason why we get along so well. Mm-hmm. Like, you're actually a smart cookie because you were actually in college. You were trying to be a
pediatrician at first, right? And I switched to business marketing. So. And
then you just decided to top on a stage just to make a little extra money, or was it just?
Yeah, I was paying for school, so I needed the fast cash.
That's actually a pretty fucking cool story, right? Mm-hmm. I actually knew a girl who worked her way through law school doing that.
See.
And then she passed the bar and realized that she was making more money being a stripper than being a lawyer, and she elected to not.
It's tough out there, man.
Because she didn't even get a student loan. She paid the whole thing from dancing, and she was like, you know what, fuck this. I actually like dancing, and this is better anyway. And
at least she's debt free.
Right? Yeah. So note to self for any of the gals who were thinking about getting into the business: if somebody says they're a porn producer and doesn't have a business card, website, IMDb, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, that's probably just come over to my house and bang me for free.
Right? Shoot content.
Yeah,
no,
shoot content, right?
This is right.
Okay, so you Google searched how to get into the business or how to be a porn star or?
How to be a porn star, pretty much.
Smart. Okay, smart.
Right. So I ran across this website back then called Sexy Jobs.
Right. That was the thing back then, right? You know what I mean? How to kind of get your feet wet.
And I had created a profile, uploaded my picture and everything, my stats, and then I just got hit up by so many people that were in the industry.
I bet you did.
For real.
I'd hit you up too. Shit.
They were coming in
you want
strong.
To shoot some content?
Right. Your dick sucks.
It's not a bad way to go, because, they always say practice makes perfect, so.
Listen, you got to be perfected going in.
That's right. So, that's a lot of BJs you got to give. You make sure you know how to do that shit right.
For real. You can practice at home.
Okay, so you did some scene. You were approached by an agent, right? And then they got you some scenes in mainstream porn.
Yes, right away. I talked to the agent for a couple of weeks to get a feel for things because I just
make
dealt
sure
with
he
other
wasn't
guys.
A douchebag, right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
And immediately, my very first shoot, I believe it was Reality Kings was one of the first ones.
Nice. Okay, starting
Black
right off.
cheerleader,
Right.
exactly.
Okay.
So I got right into the mainstream.
That's awesome. Okay, so now your first time that you were on set. Was that first shoot, did it sort of meet your expectations? Was it very fun and effervescent? And then did you had an orgasm on set? And how did the whole experience go for you?
My very first shoot, it was professional.
Nice.
It was clean.
Nice.
It was just me. It was in an apartment, but it was cool though.
Yeah.
Everything went well. It was like a sloppy BJ scene. I remember I was giving him head upside down, like a topsy-turvy.
That was like an advertisement. She said sloppy BJ. It wasn't just a BJ scene.
No, but it was just so...
It was sloppy. I'm like, oh, well, go ahead and give yourself some props out there because, now we want to see that shit. Okay, so... She was giving a fantastic BJ and... It
was so sloppy, right? And I'm giving it to him upside down. And I'm like, just slobbing. And the next thing you know, the slit goes right up my nose. And he zooms in on it. And it's like, I'm like, damn, you're drowning with the fucking slob going up my nose.
Oh, my God.
And then, of course, it was just everywhere. But...
That's not a bad thing, though.
I was gonna say, I bet you that scene is selling like hotcakes
Yeah,
right now.
people like the messy stuff, because it's
Real
like
messy.
A for effort kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
They like that. They love it.
It's so funny because I have a nickname for bad BJs. I call them tip nibblers, right?
Oh.
And whenever I say a tip nibbler, like even like a producer I would talk to on the phone, like he was the head of Bang Bros when I was talking to him, he looked at me and was like, "Oh, bro, I hate tip nibblers."
For real, like tease me.
You say that, everybody obviously knows what that is. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's just a terrible BJ." You know what I mean? So okay, so you did that, but if we fast rewind all the way back to when you like. Long before porn, when you were like first starting to be interested in sex, would the first person that you hooked up with, was that a boy or a girl?
It was a guy.
Nice. Okay, was it his idea or your idea?
We had been talking about it, so we both.
You're like, like we came to get down. We didn't came
right.
here,
You've been talking all that talk. Now what's up?
Not here to get my nipple pinched, man. I want to get busy. Okay, so the first time you had it, where was it?
It was at his house in his basement. Well, his bedroom was in the basement.
Okay, so it was in the basement, and you guys got busy. Now, a lot of times I talk to girls, and they said the first time, it wasn't like spectacular because you just kind of trying to figure out the motion of the ocean. You ain't gotten, full steam ahead on the ship yet, right?
Right.
So sometimes it takes a little bit of time before, you find that person that just rings your fucking bell.
Yeah.
And in your case, was that like short or like a couple of years? Or
it was years.
It was
later.
a couple of years.
Yeah, until you get the groove of things and understand that, I'm supposed to come too. Like
you could read that a couple of ways. We could read that as Mocha, picked some guys who weren't really good in bed, or we could read it like I'm reading it, that you just so fucking fine that they just couldn't hold more than like 15 strokes, and they're like,
funny.
Oh my God, Mocha, that was so fucking great. And you're like, I haven't got started yet.
I think I used to run from my orgasms because it's like it feels so good, and it's kind of like when it gets to that point, it's just like you don't know what else to do, and I would kind of like hold it back. And so one day someone was like, "No, give it here."
I want that one and the 4 behind it. God damn it!
Yep. And then once they got out, I've been releasing it ever since. Just let it go.
Fuck yes. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Now, but what about girls now? Had you hooked up with girls way back in the day, or like okay? So how did you first realize you'd like to go downtown? It's like, were you in like the locker room checking girls out, or like was it like sleepover parties where they were practicing kissing for when they were with guys,
Right. Definitely more like a sleepover kind of thing. She was a friend of mine.
Nice.
And then next thing you know, we kind of leaned in.
Oh, shit.
Like pet, wasn't
nice.
full tongue.
Yes.
And then you get the feeling and touching and pretty much just...
Did you guys finger blast each other?
That's
what the fuck I'm talking about. They fucking finger blasted each other.
And then we didn't have any nails on, so we was...
It was all the way up in there. I always laugh when girls like post a picture and they're a lady's lady, like when they show their nails like this and like the finger blasting nail has no nail on it and the rest of them, and then a girl who's not into girls would be like, "Oh, that's really cute," except why didn't you fix her broken nail? And you're like, because you're stupid.
Right, like you don't know.
That's the finger blasting finger. That's why, right? Okay. So did you guys go downtown then too, or you just play with fingers?
We did a little downtown, but it was mostly the fingers thing.
That's hot. Okay.
Just trying things.
I gotta high five you from afar on that kablam. That's now. What about so you started having that? Did you ever experiment with threesomes before you got in business?
Oh yeah.
Oh really? Okay, so now what's Mocha's favorite hookup? Is it like 2 boys and Mocha? Is it Mocha, a boy and a girl? Is it Mocha and 2 girls? Like what is it?
It's Mocha, a guy and a girl.
That's
for
what I'm
sure.
talking
Best
about.
of both worlds.
You want the best of both worlds because you want to watch that shit. You want to sit on that girl's face while you're getting busy. Oh fuck, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, I love it.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, what about where is the craziest place you've ever had sex? You got a good one because we were talking about this. Where is that place? You got to tell the story because this is pretty fucking good.
Straight. A train, public transportation, Amtrak to be exact.
Wow. Okay, so you guys were on the train and you looked at each other and you're like, we gotta do this, right?
It was like the lights was dim, it was late, it was dark, perfect, and we had a lot of room.
You gave me something I got to add to my bucket list now, because that's the one
real?
place I had never even thought of before, and you're literally the first person who's ever brought it up, and I was like, oh, fuck, I got to do that now too.
High-speed train,
yeah.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
It felt so good.
And you know,
I'm
the funny
thinking
thing
about it
is,
right now.
we were talking about that, and my makeup artist goes, oh, yeah, I did that on the Japanese bullet train when I was in Tokyo with my boyfriend. I'm like, what?
That's some Fast and Furious.
How the fuck
I
did
wanna
I
try
miss
the
out
bullet
on this?
train.
Like, apparently everybody here has fucking done it to me. Okay.
For real, hop on a train.
Fuck,
Choo
that's
choo.
awesome. Okay. Now, do you have any pets?
Not anymore. I had
You had a little
puppy.
one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, but you gave it to an next door neighbor. So you can still see it. It's not like it's gone forever.
Right.
It's just,
My lovely girl. That's her name.
So now, what about what about hobbies? You have hobbies that are actually pretty interesting. Tell us about those.
Well, since I moved to the West Coast, I really am enjoying exploring the outdoors.
You outdoorsy, yeah.
Yeah, I love hiking.
Yeah.
I've gotten like a little green thumb, so I do a little
Nice.
gardening. I love traveling, of course, but I definitely love the outdoors.
Have you done the hike that's out by Boulder City, where you hike all the way down to the lake on the bottom side of Hoover Dam, and there's a hot spring there, and you can sit in the hot spring?
Is that the Emerald Cove? Is that?
No. I'll
Okay.
send you the little link thing, but it's fucking amazing because it really is it's like
Right.
a hot tub in the rocks.
Oh,
that's
I would
just
love
hot.
that. I
And then
live
you can
for
see
it.
the fucking dam in the distance. It's fucking amazing.
Beautiful.
But it's it's not just like walking around in your shoes. You're like
Right.
climbing up ropes and stuff and spike
Okay.
things you got to bring your hiking gear and
Bring
stuff.
my gladiator, your American gladiator
yeah,
gear,
it's not,
you know.
knee pads and stuff. It's not like a helmet and all that stuff. But it's a good hike.
I'm
Now-
down for it. I love challenges.
I bet you do. Anybody that doesn't say I give a BJ, they say I give a sloppy BJ upside
Because
down.
you know it's levels to the
Right,
BJs.
yeah, yes. She clearly is not phoning it in. I'm just saying, clearly not phoning it in. Not a tip nibbler. Just saying. Right?
It's definitely levels. You said it's the tip nibblers.
Yes.
Then it gradually
Yeah,
increases.
there's the girls
you
that
know?
just use the hand. Then there's the girls that do the double hooker hand with
The
the mouth
golf
there.
ball.
And you're like, now that's what I'm talking about. That's when you know they came to work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They got their back into it. You know what I mean?
For real.
Now, what about anal? Have you done anal in your personal life?
I'm working on it.
So you haven't really found the right fella to kind of make you like relax and enjoy it, because that's the secret.
I was
Don't
gonna
pick
say.
somebody that don't know what they're doing. Then you have a bad experience, and then it's like spoils it for the rest of us. Because
For sure.
all the girls say, like, after you have that first anal orgasm, you're sold. They're like,
I
oh, I
can't
get
wait.
it. I got to do that.
I want to get in there. Good. But you got to find someone with some patience.
You got and like ease and fingers and tongue and make you feel
Ooh,
relaxed.
see, I'm just thinking about it now.
I have a secret to share with you. So what you want to do is you want to get a set of those nice little jewelry butt plugs, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you just wear the butt plug while you're having regular sex.
Okay.
And then every time you have an orgasm, you associate it with anal. Plus, you're getting the feeling of it anyway, right?
Right.
So then when you're ready to try it, you're already used to having something in there, and you've associated with it pleasure. So then, and plus, the guys love looking at that in doggy anyway. They're like, oh my God, look at that. Oh my
This
God,
little jewel, what is that?
Oh my God. So, all right.
I'm going to try that.
Where can we see more of you on the interwebs? Like, what's your Instagram, your Twitter, and your social media stuff?
IG. Okay, starting off, Instagram is Menage_me_Mocha.
Got it.
Menage me Mocha. Twitter, it's Mocha XXX Menage.
Nice. Gotcha.
OnlyFans is the same thing. The Mocha XXX Menage
Nice.
is linked. I have my mini vids.
Oh, okay. What's that?
It's Mocha Menage. Everything is pretty much Mocha Menage,
And then
something like that.
Do you have a Facebook or TikTok or no?
No Facebook, no
Got it. All right.
TikTok. Nope, I ain't TikToking yet.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Not just an amazing person, not just an amazing face, not just an amazing interviewer picture, but apparently an absolutely amazing BJ because it's sloppy and both hands are working at the same time. The one and only Mocha Menage. Thank you so much, and we can't wait to
Thank
see you
you.
later. Bye.